4 a.m. First Fruits, the chapter by chapter Bible study series, and we are on Psalms chapter 37. This chapter is a spiritual instruction for how to live when evil seems to win and the righteous seem to lose. It's an acrostic poem, so David is giving us wisdom in Hebrew poetry from A to Z. Here's what David says. Do not be agitated by evildoers, and do not envy those who do wrong, for they wither quickly like grass, and wilt like tender green plants. Instead, trust in the Lord, and do what is good, dwell in the land, and live securely. Take delight in the Lord, and he will give you your heart's desires. David's answer to this is their pleasures fade, and so will they. But if you delight in the Lord, he will give us our heart's desires. What do those look like? Well, if you're thinking of a Lamborghini or a house full of plants, that's not what this verse is talking about. Delight in Hebrew means anag, to take deep pleasure, to find joy in, to be softened or made tender. It's not just casual happiness. It is your greatest joy in life. It's when God is not just your helper on earth, but he is your greatest enjoyment. And it says, delight yourself in the Lord, and then he will give you your heart's desires. The promise is not want anything, and God will give it to you. It goes deeper than that. It says when your delight is in the Lord, he changes your heart's desires. So your heart starts to desire what God desires. And it doesn't look like what these wicked people in the Psalms would want. So, in other words, when it talks about envying those who do wrong, David is saying, but if you just delight in the Lord, that stuff won't matter to you. It's not about envy, it's about what you delight in. And when your joy is rooted in God, you no longer measure your life by someone else's success, someone else's wealth, or someone else's influence. Your soul satisfaction just comes from your relationship with him, capital H. Commit your way to the Lord and trust in him, and he will act, making your righteousness shine like the dawn, your justice like the noonday. Be silent before the Lord and wait expectantly for him. Do not be agitated by one who prospers in his way, by the person who carries out evil plans. Refrain from anger and give up your rage. Do not be agitated. He's mentioning this so many times. Evil doers will be destroyed, but those who put their hope in the Lord will inherit the land. The hope in Yahweh. Don't be jealous of these evildoers who don't last, who have a life without God, because their pleasures fade and so will they. In verse 9 where it says we'll inherit the land, David mentions this again 5 more times. Because all of the wicked people that this Psalms describes, God is saying, these wicked people will not inherit the land. It will be the meek, the humble, and those who wait on the Lord. In the ancient world, land meant livelihood, generational blessing, stability, and belonging. And so if someone lost land, they would lose their whole life. So when it says here 5 times in the Psalms, we will possess the land, it means that we have God's provision, lasting peace, and life under God's blessing. So although the wicked seem like they have it all together, they seem like a plant, a tree planted by the water, a native tree, ripped up and gone, and you don't see them anymore. So the wicked fade like grass, they will soon be cut off, will not be found, yet the righteous will inherit, remain, and dwell forever. So in 27, when it says turn away from evil, do what is good, and settle permanently, it's to keep your delight on the Lord, and he will help shape your desires. So you will be able to settle permanently in doing good, because it will be your greatest enjoyment in life. Not the Ferraris, not the plants. Verse 30, it says that the mouth of the righteous utters wisdom. His tongue speaks what is just. The instruction of his God is in his heart, because God is putting it there. God is changing your heart. His steps do not falter. The wicked one lies in wait for the righteous and intends to take him out. But the Lord will not leave him in the power of the wicked one, or allow him to be condemned when he is judged. Wait for the Lord and keep his way, and he will exalt you to inherit the land. So just like it talks about in 35 and 36, what seemed like a well-rooted tree is no longer able to be seen. When evil wins, God is telling us to trust in the Lord, delight in the Lord, commit your way to him, and wait patiently. Because the world is not ultimately inherited by the aggressive, the corrupt, the powerful. Instead, the world is inherited by the meek, the righteous and those who wait on the Lord. The salvation of the righteous is from the Lord, their refuge in a time of distress. The Lord helps and delivers them. He will deliver them from the wicked and will save them because they take refuge in him. Winking at Jesus here. Thank you for watching this 4am. I'll see you in the next 4am when we cover Psalms chapter 38.